Well. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy St. Patrick's Day to those of you who celebrate, who qualify to celebrate. First of all, let's get that out of the way. Today's episode 293 of Forward Through Sportstalk. Come on, shut up. Damn. Last night, a lot of us in Western Mass had our dreams crushed a tiny bit as Central's chances to be state champions were ended last night. BC High School won 66-60. We'll talk about that later on. Josiah Griffin was in foul trouble late. BC tightened up the defense, kind of locked up the Eagles at the end, and there wasn't much that they could do outside of turn the ball over. And we asked these boys to win. We didn't ask them to be perfect. And I'm glad that they had fun. Glad that they had a chance to get this far, and I hope that they enjoyed playing with each other, because as they get older and people get ready to go to college, opportunities like that become very scarce. Like I said, defensively, they were just disrupting everything that Central was trying to do. Causing multiple turnovers, disrupting everything, getting everybody pissed off. It's tough for these young men to get as far as they did and not win, but they are coached by the great Bill Watson, who will have his squad ready to go in the fall when this basketball season comes back. Central is still the number one team in Western Mass and maybe the entire East Coast. So there's that. Also, we're going to discuss Western Mass sports, the rest of the basketball games with both boys and the girls' sides. I've got NBA, NHL, and we've got to break down that women's bracket. So we will get all of this to you momentarily. Episode 293 starts now. Anyway, NCAA March Madness has arrived Thursday, St. Patty's Day. Started tournaments for both the men and women. Already gave you who I thought was going through the men's side, but today we'll give you the women's side as well really quickly. I know it's kind of late. I haven't seen any scores. It's on my children. Freddie Freeman, the World Series hero of the defending champs, the ATL Braves, signs a 6-year, $162 million contract with the LA Dodgers. Nice. Baseball's getting started. It's got the juices flowing, everything pumping. Steph Curry injures foot during play against Marcus Smart. The Celtics win 110-88. Wow, I bet about these Boston Celtics fans' dicks are really hard up here. Oh, we beat Golden State. When? It's like the first time. Von Miller and the Bills agreed to 6 years, $120 million. This was after I had falsely reported that he was going to sign with Dallas. It's kind of like a prediction, kind of false. He signs with the Bills for 6 years, $120 million. And at his age, that's a steal. He just raped them of their money. Colorado Rockies, Chris Bryant, third team in 8 months, mind you. Signs a deal for 7 years, $182 million. Finally, that man gets paid. He's a fucking all-star and worked on shitty contracts. Russell Wilson, and I quote, "Denver is a perfect fit for me, and he plans on playing 10 to 12 more seasons or so, 3 or 4 more Super Bowls." No comment. Sources. Bucks and Chris Godwin agreed to a 3-year, $60 million extension. Chris Godwin's the wideout who's only good because of Tom Brady. Number 11, Notre Dame beats Rutgers for the NCAA tournament play-in. Wright State does the same to Bryant, 93-82. Notre Dame wins 89-87, sorry. And on the women's side, Howard beats Howard University. Go Bison. I thought Tiffany won. They beat Incarnate World for the NCAA tournament playing on the women's side, 55-51. Then Dayton turns around and whoops DePaul's ass, 88-57. That's it for the news. Let's get on to the NBA before this big old episode starts. Charlotte over ATL, 116-106. Philly over Cleveland, 118-114. Denver over Washington, 127-109. Dallas over Brooklyn, 113-111. Knicks over Portland, 128-98. That's the only team that the Knicks could fuck up. Phoenix over Houston, 129-112. Minnesota over the Lakers, 124-104. San Antonio over OKC, 122-120. Utah over Chicago, 125-110. Boston over Golden State, 110-88. Milwaukee over Sacramento, 135-126. And Toronto over the Clippers, 103-100. Those are your NBA scores. Check back tomorrow for more scores on everything you love sports. 413 Sports Talk, baby. NHL, Columbus Blue Jackets 4, Ottawa Senators 1, Minnesota 4, Boston 2, Calgary 6, New Jersey 3, Tampa Bay 4, Winnipeg 1. And those are your scores for the NHL. Now on to Western Mass Sports, boys basketball. Boston College High School 66, Central 60, and I quote, "The Golden Eagles have passed every single test given to them with flying fucking colors. Offensively, one of the more efficient teams in Western Mass, and with beasts down low like Josiah, gives you 20 points, 12 to 14 boards, 4 or 5 assists, maybe a block shot or 2 a night. You can't really go wrong. And you know that his teammates are going to step up when he steps up as well, which usually happens and happens often. Defensively, they can be just as good. They've been able to shut down pretty much everybody. You just can't be perfect. It's unfortunately extremely hard to, but the Central Golden Eagles are the closest thing to it. Now for Maynard High School 66, Bay State Academy 55. And I quote, "Dion Jr. and company started off slow, especially when it came to defense, allowing Maynard to go on a 12-2 run to open up the game. Constant cutting and exceptional ball movement confused the Bulls, who never got within 7 points of them after that. As far as Maynard is concerned, the 1-2 punch that is Kyle Monahan, 22 points, and the speed demon Abrao Alenkar, hope I'm not butchering that, but I probably am. Sorry, his 21 points and 10 rebounds was fire. Could not be stopped. Maynard advances. The father-son combo of Dion Bird Jr. and Sr. was seen in what may be for the last time together on a basketball court here in Western Massachusetts. He has been a coach on many a good winning staff. Dion Bird is my favorite coach out here in Western Massachusetts. There's a lot of them, a lot of good ones. But Dion Bird is absolutely my favorite. His IQ, it's the things he notices. And the observations I've made when watching the Bay State Bulls in practice, this guy really knows his stuff. I can't say it anymore. He's built the Bay State Academy basketball program from the ground up, and it would not be what it is today without this man and his coaching staff. So tip of the hats to the Bay State Academy Bulls, to Dion Bird, head coach, to Curtis Lewis, one of our other coaches, and the entire coaching staff. Anybody I forgot. Maynard High School 66, Bay State Academy 55. And that is all I have for you so far, but we will end it with the NCAA tournament that I was late on making that other video too. So we had the women's side. Haven't seen any scores. Refuse to look on ESPN because we're going to do this correct. South Carolina over Howard, obviously. Come on now. Miami, we got for the 8-9 matchup. North Carolina for the over San Francisco for the 5-12. Arizona over UNLV for the 4-13. Even though I like the way UNLV played down the stretch. Georgia obviously over whoever wins the shooting game, which was DePaul. Iowa State to win, yeah, of course. Colorado over Creighton, yep. And Iowa over Illinois State, and that wraps up the Greensboro region. Now for the Spokane region, Stanford obviously over Montana State. Stanford Lady Cardinals are my squad. Kansas over Georgia Tech. I like FGCU over Virginia Tech for the 5-12 matchup. Maryland over Delaware, the 4-13. Ohio State over Florida State over there at 6-11. LSU rolls over Jackson State. Arkansas takes Utah, and Fairfield upsets Texas. That's the Spokane region. Let's get this a little bit bigger. So we can go with the Wichita region. Louisville over Albany, obviously. Nebraska over Gonzaga. Belmont over Oregon. I like Buffalo over Tennessee. BYU over Villanova. Michigan over American University, even though American University played lights out all fucking year. South Dakota over Ole Miss. Baylor over Hawaii. And for the Bridgeport region, NC State over the winner of that shoe-in. Come on now. Kansas State over Washington State. I like Notre Dame over UMass for obvious reasons. IUPUI is going to upset folks and put their name on the map. They're going to beat Oklahoma. Kentucky over Princeton. I like Charlotte over Indiana. UCF over Florida. And number 2, UConn over Mercer. And those are my first round predictions. Check back in tomorrow and we will complete the bracket, and I will let you know who I think is going to make it to the 2022 NCAA Final Four. Other than that, 46 subscribers on YouTube, and we're trying to grow the show in a way that we have not grown it before. 413 Sports Talk is the premier sports source. We got huge spotlights on Western Mass, the student athletes, and the schools they represent, their families. That is the key. That is the most important thing. And that's what we're always going to shine light on. Whether we make it to Hollywood or not, Springfield's coming with us. Love you all. Wishing you nothing but health, wealth, and success. We'll see you tomorrow with 293. Peace.